Life is not easy for any of us. What of that? We must have perseverance and above all, confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this thing must be obtained. My mom had always told me never to give up on your dreams. Everything you want to achieve is always there and all you have to do is work for it. I don't remember when my mama had told me this lesson, but it stuck to me to this very day. When I asked people how I was when I was a baby, they said mainly I was a joyful one. I always had a smile on my face, laughter in my lungs, and I always managed to put a smile on other people's faces. I wasn't really much of a crier unless I was hungry, but if I had my favorite bottle in my hand and my teddy bear by my side, I was always good to go. I lived life to the fullest as much as a kid my age could, but always kept to myself when I didn't want to be bothered. I remember when I got to elementary school for the first time, I had this look on my face like something nasty was in the air. It's because for the first time, I had seen all these other kids do these things I had never did before. But that's what being a single child for a majority of your life does to you. You learn how to be quiet and become introverted. But was that a bad thing? To the kids in elementary school, they said yes. Because I wasn't loud or I didn't want to do anything with them at the time, I wasn't cool in their sense. Being a quiet kid isn't a bad thing. Just because you're quiet doesn't mean that you're uncool or weird, it just means that you really just keep to yourself. Plus, it wasn't like I was taking the oath of silence. I had my friends that I was cool with and always enjoyed being around. But eventually, you had to transition from elementary school to middle school, and that's when everything turned from good to bad. Back then, I was heavily bullied. Nothing to the point where hands were put on me, but to the point where people would just say bad things about me. I could list all the names that people have called me, but I'm not going to put myself through that because I've heard about it enough in a lifetime. It got to the point where I just fell into a major depression. During that phase of my life, I really didn't feel like I was living life. I was just going through autopilot. With the bullying and the added pressures of various math subjects, I was at a loss. A lot of days at school, I just sat in my room and became closed off even more. Once my parents asked what I was doing and what was going on, I didn't tell them at first. I was scared that talking about it would make it worse and that I would worry them even more because they always worried about me in school anyway. So I kept quiet and lied about it and always said I was fine. But one day, I wasn't fine at all. I broke down and I didn't remember much of what happened, and I guess I'm grateful for that. Whilst my parents was comforting me about the situation, they also told me I had not to take everything to heart, what people said. There's so much life to live and so many things that needed attention than some pompous kids who thought they were better than everyone else. So from that day on, I became thick-skinned. That got me through middle school and into high school. Now, if you had known me from middle school, I had grown up a lot. I'm loud, talkative, still reserved, and funny to most people. A big change that helped me grow out of that shell was marching band. During those hot summer days on the parking lots, I became friends with people I never expected to be friends with. My band family was the only reason I mainly got out of my shell and started becoming more vocal in life and in high school. At first, I thought they were all just weird guys who got a little too close for comfort, but it grew on me gradually. They still talk about how I just gave them weird looks whenever they offered to talk to me because I was still in my shy phase. We laugh about it now, but I was just being me. A single child who never really had much social interaction while growing up. They are always there for me when I went through my dark days, and they always stuck up for me when people talked about me. But the best of all, they supported me when I actually got loud and angry, because I was going to become myself. I learned a lot from band and from marching band, and I owe most of my growth to them because they cracked the shell and figured me out. I still suffer from bouts of depression, don't get me wrong, but I always managed to get myself out of them by thinking about the future. In all honesty, I'm proud of myself. I managed to graduate high school with a good GPA when back in 2015, I thought I was going to be able to graduate sophomore year. I'm proud of myself because I managed to get into college of my choice and got the William C. Parker Scholarship and got a full ride to the University of Kentucky. I'm proud of myself because I didn't let my depression overtake me in the end, and I overcame with my friends, my family, and my spirit. When people ask what Brandon Walker was about, I want people to hear about how I fought through my demons and didn't run away from them. That even though I had my dark days, I still always come out with a smile on my face and laughter in my heart.